Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cynthia. For those of us joining us for the first time, so on today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to draft a basic, simple pencil sketch. So without wasting much of your time, let's go right into the video. So this is the edge of the paper when you're drafting. This is how our paper is going to be. Then the top of the paper is where the waist measurement is going to start from. And from there, we're also going to take our hip point. So that top is the waist. Then our hip point, I'm using 9 inches for the hip point, 9 inches. Then our knee measurement, I'm using 21 inches for our knee measurement. Then the length of the skirt is 28 inches. The length of the skirt is 28 inches. I'm going to mark out those points. Then I'm going to use my ruler to rule out those points I just marked. I'm going to rule out the 9 inches. I'm going to rule out the 9 inches. Yes. Rule out the 9 inches. Then I'm going to do the same for the hip and also the length of the skirt. This length of the skirt. If your skirt is longer, the length is longer, you can turn the paper to the other side, because the paper, this is just the shorter part of the paper that I'm using. We have the longer length of the paper, so you can use the longer length. If the length is longer than this, you can use the longer length. I'm just using the shorter part because my skirt is not that long. The length of the skirt is just 28. So after marking out the waist, you mark it waistline. That's the waistline. Your hip point, then your knee line, then the length. So you mark it out so that you get confused when you're taking out your measurement. So the second step is we're going to use our hip measurement as a guideline. We're going to use our hip measurement as a guideline. The hip is 42. The hip is 42, and hip 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. So we're going to mark the 10.5 at the waist. We're also going to mark the 10.5 at the hip also. We're going to mark the same 10.5 at the knee. We're going to mark the 10.5 at this. So it's the hip measurement we're using as our guideline. From that hip measurement, that's where we're going to get our knee measurement, that's where we're going to get our waist measurement. So we're marking 10.5. So don't forget, I'm using 42 as the hip measurement, the circumference. The hip measurement is 42. So 42 divided by 4 gives us 10.5. So we're going to mark 10.5 from the waist, hip, knee, and the length. So we're going to draw a straight line. We're going to draw a straight line, connecting the lines together. Everything, the points we've marked out. We're going to draw a straight line to connect the lines together down to the length of the skirt. So when we are done with that, we're going to take out our waist measurement. So the waist is 32. 32 divided by 4 is 8 inches. We're going to take out the waist measurement. That's 8 inches. 8 inches. Then we're going to connect with our curve ruler. Connect it from the waist down to the hip line, using the curve part, because our bodies are not straight. Our bodies are curved, we're going to use the curved part to connect it. So that's how it's going to look like when it's connected from the waist down to the hip. So when you get to the center front of the waist midline, we're going to take half inch. We're going to take down half inch. Then we're going to connect that half inch to the measurement of the waist. Take it, slant it, it's like we're slanting it. Slanting like this, yes. So that's how we're going to measure it. So after doing that, we're going to go to our length, measure 1 inch, come in by 1 inch. Then at the knee, we come in by half inch to give us that pencil shape. Since we're drafting a pencil skirt. So from the hip measurement, we go down by 1.5 inch, depending on how full the person hip is. If the person has a bigger hip, can go down by 2, depending on how full. But I'm using 1 inch. Then we're going to draw a line from that place down, connecting it to the 1 inch we've taken for the length. So while I was drafting, I realized that I needed more than half an inch for the hip, for the knee rather, and then more than half an inch for the hip. So I just, with my discretion, really this thing is position, I just came like 1/4 inch. Yes, so this is how the front of our skirt is going to look. So I used my curve part of my ruler to curve the hip a bit, that at the hip point, that line, because our hip is curving, not straight, so that we won't have pointed places when we are cutting on our skirt. Then I'll label it as the front. So this is how to draft the front part of our skirt. It's that simple, not that hard. This is how to draft the front part. So for the back part of our skirt, we're going to still fold the paper the same way, and fold the paper the same way. Then we're still going to after fold the paper the same way. First and foremost, we're going to take 1 inch inside for our zip allowance. This 1 inch we are taking is for the zip allowance, because it's at the back of the skirt. That's where we have the zip. This 1 inch is for the zip allowance. So when we are done taking that 1 inch, we're going to rule a straight line across those points. We're rule a straight line down across that point, a straight line. Rule a straight line across this point. Across. Straight line down. That point. So we're going to label it as zip allowance, so that we won't forget when we are cutting on our fabric, the zip allowance. So at the waist point, the waistline, the top of the paper, we're going to measure 1 inch. We're going to measure 1 inch. When we are done measuring that 1 inch, we're going to that 1 inch. So it's from that 1 inch I measure. That's when you start taking your measurements, your hip point, the same thing, hip point as 9, the same thing as your knee as 21. So that 1 point are taking, shortening the length of the paper. So I didn't get the exact 28 I needed. So I'm just going to write out the one I'm going to add when I'm cutting the fabric. Because I'm going to add extra 1 inch to get the length for the back. So we're going to rule it out the same way we did it for the front part. That's how we're going to just rule out this line for the second. we are done with doing that, we're going to use our hip measurements to do our guideline the same way we did it for the front, dividing the hip by 4, which is 10.5. That's how we're going to do for the back. We're going to use it to do our guideline. We're going to measure it along the waist measurements, that's other waist measurements we took, and hip. So that's how we're going to do it down. So when we are done with that, we're going to get the middle of it, of that measurement. We're going to get the middle of that 10.5 is 5.25, but I'm using 5 inch to roll it down. I'm going to use 5 inch. I'm going to measure it on the hip and on the waist. Then I'm going to rule a straight line. It's on this straight line we're going to get our dart. I'm going to rule a straight line from the waist down to the hip. Don't forget, I divided the measurement into 2 rather. So I'm going to take 2 inches from the hip upwards. I'm going to take 2 inches so that our dart will not get to that point. So I'm going to measure our waist measurement. Remember, 32 divided by 4, that's 8. I'm going to measure it on the 2 lines because we're having 2 waistlines there. Remember that first, the normal waistline and that 1 inch I took. So we're going to measure what is left. What I measured, after I finished measuring it, I got 2.5. So I'm going to take 1 inch as that half and mark it on the other side. The same thing for the 2 waistline. Yes, I'm going to, I got 2.5. I'm going to, yes, mark. I want to take 1 inch for our that measurement. So, and the other 1 inch, I'm going to take it in. So I already took it in, measure it from the zip allowance. As you can see, I already took it in, so there's no point marking it that 1 inch to also. Then the remaining half inch, I'm going to connect the lines first. Connect the lines down to the hip line. We can see what I'm doing. Connect it to the hip line. That's how we get our hip, our dart measurement. So when I was finished taking the hip, remember what was remaining was 2.5. I already took 1 inch for that, then 1 inch at this other side, then I'm taking half inch too at this other side. So it's the half inch I'm going to connect. There's not going to be our new waist measurement. I'm going to connect down to the hip the same way we connected it at the front. That's I'm going to connect it down to the hip. Then now I'm going to slant from that 1 inch. I'm going to slant it down to the original waist measurement. I hope you understand what I'm saying, like the way I slanted down to the original waist measurement, down from that 1 inch. Then I'm going to mark out 1.5 the same way we did it at the front. 1.5, 1 inch also. I'm going to mark out 1.5, 1 inch. I didn't mark out the half inch for the knee because I realized when I was drawing out the pencil parts for the knee, I took more than half inch, so I didn't bother marking it out for the back. So I'm going to mark it like that. Then I'm going to go to the zip side. You know, the zip side is where the bum side is. I'm going to take in 2 inch to get a bum curve, so that's where the bum can sit. To get a bum curve, I'm going to take 2 inch from the hip measurements, 2 inch down on both sides. You know, we are making use of the zip and the original length of the original measurement, but I'm going to take it down, slant it down from the zip side. Please take note of this point of the skirt from the zip side. So I'm going to come up from my knee like 2 inch so that I can get my slit, and slit can come up a bit. Then I'm going to rule out that line like this, and I'm going to straighten it like this. For that down part is the slit, so that's how we're going to get the bum curve. Label it as a slit. a slit for the skirt. So that's how we're going to get the bum curve. Then I'm going to draft out. Remember, I took 1 inch. So I'm going to draft out this 1 inch out and curve it down to the hip so I can get a bum curve. Pay close attention to what I'm doing. I'm going to get it like this, so I can get a bum curve like this. It's going to be curved like that. So this how to basically draft the back of your skirt. Then we label it as back. That's basically how to draft the back of your skirt. The back of my skirt always carry my dart. I don't like putting that at the front of my skirt. I don't like the way it looks, so the back of my skirt always carry the dart. So this is how you draft the back of the skirt. So when I was done cutting it out, this is how it looks like. You take it to your fabric and cut. Hey guys, so that's basically how to draft out a basic pencil skirt. So if you enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and also refer your friends, those that want to learn how to sew or those that don't know how to sew a pencil skirt. You can also share this video with them so that they'll be able to learn also. So thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.